Hey guys, welcome back to the Chelsea Godfather. It's the Chelsea Godfather reporting back to duty following Chelsea's win today at Stamford Bridge against Newcastle United. Chelsea 3, Newcastle 2. And for for like the last 6 minutes of what should have been an I won't say easy game, but at least you don't know what I'm trying to say. The last 6 minutes should have been stress free. Should have been a stress free 6 minutes of injury time. And I was literally like praying. I won't say I was praying, but I mean, my heart was beaten, and it was unnecessary. But that just goes to show you guys what we are working with, what Pochettino is working with. He's working with uh, young, inexperienced team, notwithstanding that um, Mark Cucurella was at fault for their second goal, and he's really supposed to be one of our most experienced players that was on the pitch. And but in any event, I mean, it goes to tell you, listen, we have a lot of inexperienced players that are still trying to come to grips with what is needed to haul these 3 points over the finish line, which explains why we have a lot of close losses and a lot of draws, right? We have lost a lot of games by the odd one goal. We have a ton of draws, and we are rightfully where we are, which is in 11th place, albeit with one game in hand. Which, if we're able to win, that I believe that could push us as high as I believe ninth. Yeah, I think that will push us in front of Wolves at ninth place, and with some kind of outside dream of finishing top six. So, but in any event, this game, we didn't we didn't really play well in the first half. I mean, the game is almost as if our boys were kind of sleepwalking. They had that fog in their eyes. There was like they still had a bit of a sleep in their eyes. What I don't know what it was the after effects of our disappointing 2-2 draw last week away at Brentford. So I was expecting our boys to come out flying, and they came out. And in fairness to Newcastle, Newcastle took the game to us, and we kind of got our first goal pretty much against the run of play, and whereby Palmer tried to score, and kudos to Jackson for the flick, the flick. I mean, that just came out of nowhere. I mean, at first, we all thought it was Palmer's goal, but no, it was actually Jackson's goal, and it was all Jackson there in terms of that flick. He just did enough to actually steer the ball to the far corner with his rear with his back. It wasn't quite a back heel, but it was almost like a back heel that he used to score the goal. 1-0, and y'all are now thinking, okay, all right, we're up 1-0, we're at the bridge. Now we're gonna, spring the press on them, and just, make it 2-0. And like this is what we'd have done like 20 years ago. But 20 years ago is almost could have been might as well be 100 years ago, because it's a long, long time ago. And this team that just doesn't do that. When we score one goal, we just our boys begin to freeze up. They begin to shake in the knees, and they try to hold on to what they have. And we went on ahead, and pretty much on Saturday we did absolutely nothing in the first half, apart from scoring the one goal, and their well-deserved equalizer from Isak came from one of our Achilles heels this season, which is just unnecessary defensive blunders in the back, or just overplaying the ball. I believe this one's by Malo Gusto, who I don't know what he was trying to do, trying to uh, uh, sort of loop the ball over the head of a Newcastle player right in the center of the park, which is a no-no. That's what you would expect from a rookie, which is exactly what Gusto is. Now, Gusto is a supremely talented player. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the boy can play. He's very, very good. But you every once in a while you're gonna see that little kid in him, and the kid in him is gonna come out and he's gonna want to knock the ball. He want to dribble a couple guys in the middle of the field while he's under pressure by two or three guys, and that's what happened. And he turned the ball over. Um, I believe we even had a chance to clear it, but it came right back to them, and just that whole movement pretty much dragged our central defenders out of position, and Isak did very well to equalize the game in the first half, 1-1, and that's how it stayed to halftime. We came out of the second half a little bit more of the same, but a little differently. We increased our energy. We pushed them back, and deservedly, Code Palmer scored a brilliant left footer. I mean, the boy is good. That made it 2-1. It should have been 3-1. It should have been 3-1. Raheem Sterling, man, I don't know what to do with you. I mean, the thing is, I like to defend Raheem. I might be one of the few fans left that actually defend Raheem, but this game, this might be the last. I mean, you after this game, you're not gonna see me defending Raheem, because Raheem should have squared the ball, I believe, to Palmer. I think Palmer was the open player. Jackson did everything right to win the ball, I believe, on that sequence. Raheem, all he had to do, it was pretty much a classic 2-on-1. Just he has actually beaten the last man. Um, Square the ball so that Palmer scores an easy goal is 3-1, and we could put it in cruise control. But no, Raheem wants to play like he's Messi, and he tries to dribble the goalie. He dribbles the goalie, but it gives their players enough time to run to the goal line, and two or three of the guys literally held hands on the goal line and blocked his shot. And after that, Pochettino rightfully replaced him with Mudryk, and you guys saw what Mudryk did for the third goal. It was shades of Eden Hazard. It's been a while since we've seen that type of goal, and that just gives us a little flash of what we can expect from Mudryk once he begins to find his feet in this team, which I'm hoping now that, I mean, we only have but like 10 games left, and so actually 11 games left. I mean, if left for me, Pochettino should just run Mudryk into the ground with the last 11 games. It doesn't matter. I mean, we are who we are. We're gonna finish wherever we're gonna finish. I'm playing Raheem is not gonna make that extra difference. It might as well. There's a lot more upside playing Mudryk as opposed to Raheem. So for me, Raheem should be hitting the bench for the rest of this season. And so it looked like it was going to end 3-1. We're just kind of cruising as usual. But of course, you all know with this Chelsea team, there's no such thing as cruising. As I mentioned earlier at the start of this video, Cucurella inexplicably tries to basically literally takes an awful angle to try and win the ball unnecessarily. Like, what are you doing? You don't need to win that ball. Just keep the player in front of you like you've been doing all day. And he's not going to get by you, or he might just get by. You just have to, he will send, Murphy would send the cross in, which our boys have been dealing with his cross all day. Our boys and our goalie have been dealing with his cross. That's all easy peasy, but no, he tries to do more than he needed to do. He took a wrong angle, did not win the ball. Murphy was free. He still had a lot to do from about 20 to 18 yards out. Wicked strike that just literally almost took off Petrovic's fingertips. It was that good. 3-2, and thankfully our boys held on for the 3-2 win, 3 points, and it's on to the next one. We've played 27 games. We have a game in hand. If we win our game in hand, we can move up as far as ninth and get a little bit closer to that sixth place spot. Guys, how do y'all feel? Please subscribe to my channel and leave your comments below. Take care. God bless y'all. Peace out.